Hello. Welcome back to the channel. This is Freedom Tower. Coming back at a little bit of Hell Let Loose. By now, you probably already know the purpose of this video, the roadmap, and the Q&As that just released from Team 17. For now, honestly, I get very distracted, so we're just going to run around the practice range. I might just switch around to different factions. But the purpose of this video, we're just going to talk about just the Q&A days that happened, as well as the roadmap that was released. And if anyone who has seen my videos and heard my tangents before about armor, I am very excited to talk about it, and I do hope that it is what I'm asking for. But for starters, let's get this out of the way. Wait, let's just get the armor shit out of the way. Let's switch over to armor real quick. But let's get the armor out of the way. The armor changes. They briefly covered it in their little live stream they did it earlier. So far they're trying to remove the little tier system, like light, medium, heavy, so they can move away from just like the heavy tank pretty much dominating the entire game. That's just my opinion. I do think that heavy tanks literally just makes all the other tanks obsolete, since it could basically like, one shot in from anywhere, basically. But I am very excited to see that individual things for the tanks, for examples like turret speeds, traversal rates, all that jazz. I am very excited to see that. I am very excited. Like, for instance, like I know for a fact, like the T-34, for instance, is really fucking fast. It is pretty fast. Like, really, really fast. Fast. Not really, really fast. Like, you know what I mean. It goes pretty fucking fast. But I would love for that aspect to be implemented so that way other tanks could have their own way of dealing with each other. Like, for instance, like again, if I'm driving, let's say the T-34 and I'm the Russians, right? I know, like, okay, I'm fat, I have mobility on my side, I could literally outrun the Panther if I'm close enough, because its turret is not going to be able to reach me. Like, something like that. That way it gives players a tool or a way to, like, deal with heavy tanks in a way. Not completely removing the intimidation of them. Like, they could still be able to one-shot, like, these light tanks, but I don't think they're going to be able to one-shot. I'm not too sure how it will work out. I'm just assuming you'll still be able to one-shot. But definitely 100%. Though, I am very excited to see how the system will turn out. Hold on, let me just bring down the audio for a second. All right. So it would be very exciting to see how this thing will work, how it will work out. Hell, maybe we might start seeing recon tanks mostly in the field, since they're going to be a little bit more faster, be able to maneuver around, and they could actually do their job and be behind enemy lines and get information. Like, I think that would be really cool. Cool that each of these tanks have their own little perks individually. I will also I would even love to see the tracks, where it's like you have your left and right track. Obviously, if your left track is dead, then pretty much you can't go, like, you can't turn left or whatever. But you get the idea, though, right? Like, having that kind of immersion would be great. Great. It doesn't need to be like fully detailed, like in Squad 44. It could just be like, oh yeah, my tracks are fucked. You just come up behind it and just, like, I don't know, look at the whatever track is damaged, or hell, just look at the tank. But overall, like, you don't need to make it too complex, but just like something like that, just very basic. I'm also excited about the new tank that I think we all pretty much agree and know that the tank destroyer is definitely going to be like a brand new tank. Like I think a tank destroyer would be definitely 100% be the next tank. Now I could be wrong. It could be like I don't know, an SPG or an SPAA. Who knows? But definitely a tank destroyer. I can see this working out a lot. Like give it like I would say just give it like a light armor, a light tank a hull, but give it like a heavy tank's gun. Now to pretty much nip this in the bud for armor, pretty much like just fill out in the comments what kind of tank destroyers you would like to see for all the factions as well. Personally, I am very excited for most of the changes coming up for armor. I'm also very excited for like little upgrades they might go for the armor, like I don't know, like open hatches or mounted MGs on the tanks or whatever the case may be. It would be really cool to start seeing that. And also like would be very nice to have it where like personally, this is just a personal thing, but I think get the spotter role is pretty stupid in my opinion. And the reason why I really want this change is because it kind of removes the tension in a way. Like it kind of does that. Like for instance, like you're always in your tank and you check your periscope and somehow you can zoom in all the fucking way to like butt fuck nowhere. Like honestly, that's just pretty stupid. I like how Squad 44 does it, where it's like, okay, I'm in the hull and I have a basic, at least a 360 degree look through these little scopes, so I can at least see what's coming up to me. But I can't see what's out there, and the only way for me to see what's out there is risking popping the hatch open, pulling out the binoculars, and scan the area. I would like to see something like that. But who knows? Something like that might happen. I'm very excited to see what comes up. Next thing, since we're playing as the Russians, we might as well talk about a brand new Russian map coming up, as well as a basic rework of Stalingrad. Honestly, I'm very excited. I do want more love for the Russians. They do need a lot more love. I really do like playing as the Russians a lot, but it's just a damn shame because like, what, you only have Kursk, you have Stalingrad, I forgot what it's called, Karavs. I can't say it right because I'm not the brightest tool. But anyways, and that's about it. Really, they only have like 3 maps. So having a brand new map for the Russians, all we know is I believe it was set in 1943 in the summer, and it's set in the urban, so in the city. It's not Moscow and it's not Berlin. So I'm definitely going to do research on it to find the map and find the battle. People already have, so I might check the Discord. Just why not? Next thing, Stalingrad, the rework. 100%. I 100% agree. Stalingrad needs some kind of a fucking rework. I don't feel like I'm fighting in the city. It feels like I'm fighting like it feels like I'm fighting like it feels like I'm fighting in Tobruk. Not Tobruk, but like El Alamein, to be honest. It feels like I'm fighting in El Alamein. And the only difference is like I have more clutter on my screen, so it's harder for me to like pretty much tell like what's what. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's something like that. That's just a personal thing, a personal comparison. It might be a bad analogy, but I don't know. Who cares? But like 100%, I would definitely love a rework. I would love it to where it's like I don't want the enemies to be sticking out, but like holy shit, the rubble like is everywhere. Like it's everywhere, and there's like you can't see anybody, barely see anybody, and as well as like fighting for like the like basically when you get to like the basically the train station, it's over. It's basically open terrain, little to no cover. you better have armor and machine gunners at the ready. Your scouts or your recon has to be already behind them, just starting to, so that way you guys can get a full hold. Fighting for it is annoying. Defending it is really annoying. It's just overall not fun to really fight for. I am really excited to see what kind of uh, things they might add to it. I know they don't want to go too far and change way too much, since they don't want to remove the historical aspect of it. But in my opinion, since this is a video game, it's still showing homage to it. So some changes do need to happen. Like for instance, maybe a little bit more cover, or change up of the objectives a little bit, something. Because honestly, this having like nothing but open terrain and basically little no cover is not the move. It's not the move. It's not fun. So I'm very excited to see that change. I'm curious to see how it'll be. Who knows? It could be good. It could be bad. But luckily they'll have a PTE server after Tribrook drops on April, actually. Pretty soon, actually, in a couple days. And probably like a week later, they'll probably release the PTE, and we might get an idea what the map and what changes that will be inside that PTE. So we'll get more information later on and see how it feels. The rest of the road map. We already know about Tribrook. We already know about the flamethrower changes, so we're not gonna cover that. There's plenty other channels that already cover that. Fresh Baked Goods have already done a video about it. Team 17 has done like the Q&As, so we already know what's coming in Tribrook. But we're gonna talk about everything else. Bipods, personally, yes, 100%. The bipods need work. They do need work. Like, it is really annoying to play as the machine gunner class and literally let's just demonstrate. Literally, like, you're trying to set up shop. You go to a nice little window. Let's just see. Let's just show it, right? Let's say a nice little window. Let's just say right fucking here. You're pretty much like cut off. And you see where I'm leading it? It's like pretty much like way out here rather than pretty much me sticking out. So I get a full wide view. Like that thing right there, like that little dummy right there, I can't get to him. Like I'm literally holding the left stick as far as I can. I cannot get to him. I cannot get to him. So now I have to reposition, move over slightly to the left just so I can get the target. That is pretty dumb. And especially not even only that, you also have the fact, like, for example, like setting up your bipod, like you're caught with your pants down, your squad's pinned and whatever, and you find a decent spot to set the MG up. Now you have to climb the surface and set the MG up, but guess what? It's elevated. So now you can't look down so you can put fire, you can start shooting or do anything. You're just stuck looking up. So now you have to risk either A, going out to expose yourself to get bare minimum cover, or if you're on the fence, you have to stand up exposing yourself just so you get some shots downrange. Overall, yes, I am excited. I really want these bipod changes to come up after Tribrook. Personally, I would love it if it came out after Tribrook, because I love the machine gunner class, but holy shit, the bipod is really annoying. So maybe I'm hoping, everyone's hoping actually, for just like at least consistency, so that way I can at least be more consistent with being the machine gunner and all that stuff. So that way, if I'm on a little rock elevated, this doesn't completely hinder me. Or if I'm at a window, it doesn't pull me back. It actually just puts me where I want the fucking bipod to be. And as well as putting on vehicles, like, holy shit. Like, come on. I like, personally, I would not mind if I'm able to go on top of the tank and put my bipod on top of it and just let it rip. let that like team. It's I know Team 17 is never gonna see this video because I'm just a fucking sheer no ghost husk. But I would personally love if you allow players to put the bipods on the tanks. Just let them do it. Just let them do it. Do it. I'm hoping the bipod changes come in. It's weird that I went into a little tangent about the bipods, but holy shit, it's really annoying to deal with. Anyways, they brought up precision strikes. Strikes. Um, I'm okay with this. I don't mind it. It should have already been like how it works. Like it already should have been like that. I don't know why it took them this long. That's the weird thing. But I guess it's better than never, I guess. But yeah, anyone who doesn't know, they buffed the precision strike for the commander, so now it could destroy structures like barbed wires, barricades, um, bunkers, and could be more consistent of destroying tanks. Tanks. I don't know how I don't. It is useful, but at the same time, like thinking about it, it doesn't make any sense. Like, why not change the precision strike to make a cheaper version of the bombing run? Like the bombing run is for clearing out the entire section, so why not have airstrikes? I don't know. I know it's pretty much that's like I know it's pretty much like precision strike, but hear me out. But more in a sense of like the commander calls in an airstrike and is an actual fucking airstrike. Strike. You have for the Americans, they have P-47s flying in low and dropping their ordnance. And it's like at a horizontal path like a mini little bombing run. It's a little strip, and it costs less. But however, at the cost of using it, it has a high cooldown. So you can't be using it willy-nilly. I would say allow it to destroy barbed wire, destroy tanks if they're inside that radius, or at least have them severely damaged. I would say to keep it fair, just have it be where they're severely damaged, right? That way, in my opinion, I know I'm going on a tangent here, but just follow me here. I personally think it would be cool to have it. It would be very dynamic to see. And plus, you have different nations do their various things. Like P-47s come in low and they drop their ordnance, like a big ass fucking line of explosions. Or playing as the Germans, they are using their Stukas. Stukas, and you can make it unique. Whereas like they go in and drop two bombs or even four bombs at like a linear fashion. IL-2s, let them do rocket pod runs. For the British have Typhoons come in and just dumping rockets. Like something like that. I think probably changing the precision strike into an airstrike, so that way it could be a cheaper version of the bombing run, but allow it to be like, okay, this is cheap, but it has a high cooldown, so you got to be careful. And I don't know. Okay, I just remember because I entered that tank. But anyways, I think this will help out a lot. This would make it more dynamic, and plus it would feel a little bit more cinematic, so you see the effects. Like it gets rid of barbed wire, it gets rid of level 1 fortifications, it can severely damage tanks, it could destroy garrisons, and all the shebang. Bang. If anyone thinks otherwise, just tell me. But I'm just went on that tangent for the precision strike because they are changing it. That's coming up next. But that's besides the point. Next thing, XP. This one is pretty exciting. I do hope they push this out for the next one after Trabuc. There's a lot of things personally I do want them to push first after Trabuc, but I'm fine with them if they're taking baby steps. But I'm do hoping that for XP they change it where like if I'm max like level for a commander and I play commander next game, allow me to just take that XP and just throw it onto another class. Like if I want to take that XP I earned since I play commander all game, or I play the machine gunner all game, I want to take that XP if I'm maxed out in that class and just throw it onto someone else. Let's say like, oh, I want to level up my support, or my tank crew, or my sniper, whatever. Like something like that. I do think they might go somewhere that route. I am hoping they do. So hopefully they do that. So we'll see. Another thing for the roadmap. What else did they brought up? They brought up. Damn, I gotta actually look at it again. Hold on. Now, please be on standby while my incompetent self look at the roadmap. So, to hell it loose. 2025. Just show me the. There we go. Let's see. Medic role. Yes, medic role. I don't know why I forgot about the medic, but that's how forgettable the medic is. Sadly, I'm sorry for those who love the medic still, even though I still love the medic. But medic role, they are changing the medic role. I don't know what kind of changes they are going for. There's a lot of ideas in the air, especially when it comes to the Discord. There's a lot of things in the air, so it could be either they go more, okay, we're gonna buff the medic by, let's say, allowing him to revive his teammates faster, or allowing him to, let's say, have the suppression effect reduced so that way like he could be able to, his teammates around him and himself could land more consistent shots. It could be like maybe, oh yeah, his med pack pretty much when you're in that radius you can't fucking redeploy or whatever ever, but you will, or it could reduce the bleed, whatever. It could be anything, honestly. Honestly, it could be anything. It's in the air. But I am excited to see that. I am excited to see that. See some kind of change, because honestly, we all can agree, like he needs some change. He needs something. Like something, because the medic is basically a role that has never touched. Nobody touched the medic, even though the medic, in my opinion, is the most in any game. The medic role is like by far the important role. Like in any game or any setting, it doesn't matter. Like the medic role is important. And the fact that like nobody touches it is it's kind of jarring. And I missed that. There we go. But the medic role should be coming. I am excited to see what kind of change they'll go for it. Hopefully, that way the medic have more time to be played and be able to do more in the field rather than just sheerly existing and doing nothing. Let's see, what other changes did they bring up? Artillery is a big topic. We don't know how they're going to change it. They briefly covered it though in their Q&A. I don't know how they're going to work it out. There's still a lot of things in here that we're not sure. I personally, for me, I don't like how the artillery and recon dynamic is. It's both sides is pretty annoying. It's pretty boring on both sides. On one hand, it's like, okay, I literally have to spawn trap just so to make sure the other side doesn't use their artillery. And the other side of it is like, I can't use the artillery because I'm being spawn trapped. So it's like one of those weird dynamic dilemmas, I guess you can say. But I do hope that maybe they might do something different where they might have the artillery guns set in each of the HQs. Like you have artillery gun number 1 is in HQ1, artillery gun number 2 is HQ2, artillery gun number 3 is HQ3. It could be that, and that could probably mitigate it, so that way players need to be more coordinated I could see that, but at the same time, I could see players you like who are using artillery. They will use that to their advantage. So who knows? Who knows how it'll work? But I did definitely see Team 17 saying going oh yeah, we're gonna put the guns in their HQ. But other than that, other than that, I think that's it. All right. If you guys have any other suggestions or you think is coming up next, please tell me, and subscribe. Give it a like, comment, help, talk shit. I really don't care. This is an open channel, so have fun at it. At it. I'll read the comments too because I'm bored and I have nothing to do. So, see you guys later.